Hello, hello, how is going? How is going, mates? Hi out there. I want to check first of all the sound and the image as usual in order to not making the streaming for nobody. So I hope that anyone can confirm me that the sound and the image is okay. I'm checking the streaming on the Twitch streamer page. Hey Alice, how is going? Welcome once again. I'm checking the image and the sound. If you can confirm me that everything is okay, I will be happy to continue. Nice. I think that now I can color. How is going? Buenas tardes, amigo. Genial. Muchas gracias por confirmar. Okay, this stage of the of the session, I think I at the end I learned how to set in everything for live streaming, so I'm happy because was one of the tasks at the beginning of this adventure. I'm finishing the session today, before holidays, of course, and later on September or something like that, I will come back again with all the energy. I think that the baby will left on the holidays for painting again with you. Okay, so I hope that you could spend also nice holidays and can take a rest from painting from these days that, okay, of course, these days are not for painting with so hot weather, but okay, this is because the the holidays are made, because we need to take a rest to paint in the colder days. I think so. Okay, it's nice to know that everything is set correctly, and I want to finish today the miniature that I have started the previous live streaming. Okay, if you remember, I was painting this miniature from Trent's Crusade. This is a grimy assassin from the court of the seven-headed serpent, which is the demon's faction of this skirmish game. In case that you don't know about Trent's Crusade, I can encourage you that take a look to their web page, because there you will find all the things that you need to know about that. This is a very interesting project made by the guys who start Morhaime and this kind of games. So if you like these skirmish games with lore, with evolution on your warbands and some kind of playing, yeah, I'm agree. A him color. This catch my eye at the very first sight, the miniatures, and of course the lore. When you dig in a little bit on that, okay, it could be simple in the very beginning, because okay, the lore is all about the good forces, the faithful forces against the demons hordes of the hell. And okay, can be okay, nothing different, but they have made a twist in the history and in the things that they are explaining, very interesting. So I think they will be evolving the initial lore even more and more as they develop the game. So let's take a look to their web page, because you can find here for free, of course, the game rules, and a lot of things more, like the lore, the for example, the illustrations of the characters, which is great for painting. You can find here a lot of references, okay, And okay, very interesting. I must admit that this game has hooked me, and I'm digging even deeper nowadays in the lore and in the game experience. Okay, so this is why I'm painting the warband of the Court of the Seven. Let me check for example, this faction, so you can have a glimpse of these guys. This is another demonic faction. There are several demonic factions and a faithful faction, but definitely this is the main for me. It's all about demons, of course. And this is my guy. This is important because you can find here in the web page this kind of material, the illustration, which helps me to paint the miniature, of course, and the lore, which is very nice. Also, all for free, so don't miss this opportunity to dig in this fantastic skirmish game. Let me check the comments, okay? Yeah. The Trench Crusade is making also a painting competition in Essen. So if you are attending to Essen, remember that you have several dates over there. The one from Golden Demon, of course, and the one from Trench Crusade is called Crimson Chalice. And okay, I hope that you can get the tickets for the... Whoa, I closed that. Let me check. Okay, the tickets for the Golden Demon, because this morning we was struggling to get only the ticket for Golden Demon, and that allows you to present miniatures, because for the Saturday were sold out, so you can't present your miniatures on Saturday, and for the Friday the tickets were being sold. So I don't know what are they doing in order to sell the tickets and limiting this competition. I'm not sure about what is happening, and for sure we will know more about that. But we had to change our trips in order to match this deadline that they marked. Hola Borja, ¿qué tal? Hi Papa Boria. It's good to see you today and tomorrow, I hope. Okay. So we will know more about what is happening in the tickets, about the tickets of the Golden Demon. Yeah. And okay, again, color. You have I have mine. Okay, for Thursday. Yeah, for Thursday. So this means that if all the tickets were sold out, I don't know what is the answer, but I don't know if every tickets were sold out. You can't enter in the Golden Demon, or what is the thing? They are, I think, reserving the space on the cabinets or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to speculate with that. So needs to warn you, if you don't get the ticket right now, go there right now, because you can miss the opportunity. Okay. As far as I know, this is the first time that they are making this, so let's wait until the explanations. Okay, so let's continue with the painting process. And if you remember, I was applied in the first live streaming the sub-layers and the sage. This is part of my painting process, which I have called it S-layering method, painting method, which is all about speed painting miniatures with this kind of results that you can see in previous live streamings. This guy was painted only in 2 hours. You can check the previous live streaming, And okay, guys, this is a real speed painting method. Okay, so you can check the live streaming and you can notice that was painted under 2 hours. So you can do it at home, of course. So maybe you will be spending a little bit more if you don't have the same experience as me or something like that, or the same technique. But I'm applying simple techniques in order to be affordable for all of you. So the good things about the S-layering method is that it's composed by several steps, and you don't need to make all the steps. You also can be painting the first 2 steps like this, for example, and take a look. It's okay, it can be better, and this is why I'm painting today with you. But imagine your warband in this way, or even an army or something like that, painting like that. So you can paint a full range of miniatures in no time with this kind of results that, okay, in the close view could be a little bit okay, but in the far view could be very nice for tabletop or gaming, okay, with your pals. So this is the good news about the S-layering painting method that I think is for every one of you. Thank you, Arjuna. Thank you so much. You can check previous live streamings where I have painted different thematics, miniatures, and colors. For example, this one, which is the werewolf of my necromantic Blood Bowl team, and okay, you can check it, the videos on my Hobby Metal Twitch channel and in the YouTube channel. Also, you have the full series about painting the leader of the corpse grinder gang of my Necromunda guys. So this is another thing that you can check it in the YouTube channel of Hobby Metal, because remember, in Twitch channel the videos will launch for 15 days or something like that, and after that you'll need to go to the YouTube video. And remember, guys, if you like the content and if you want to have more content like that, please like and subscribe the videos, and okay, spread the word. Tell to the others that I'm doing this kind of material and things for you. So don't hesitate to spread the word, okay? yeah, this is what I thought about the previous editions. No, I think that the registration is done in the same place, but you can pre-register your entries also in another web. So this is not a problem. You can do it in the same place when you are entering the models. Okay, so let's see what happened. Okay, and of course, remember another thing about this kind of miniatures from Trench Crusade that I'm presenting to you. You can get these miniatures on the web page of Mindwork, for example. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And you can check this web page from Mindworks, I mean. And you will find here very cool stuff of different thematics, different games, and different sizes, scales, and okay, even you can find paints and prints and a lot of things. But talking about Trench Crusade, you can go to War Games and click on Trench Crusade in order to discover the full range of miniatures. And don't forget to check the new incoming box, which is the Carcass Front, which is a thematic campaign with 2 factions. Okay, let me show you the okay, I can find the components on the box right now. Okay, I thought that more media. Okay, this is the guys from the box. 2 warbands were added to the box, between other things that I can show you right now because it's not here the picture. But remember, you can get the miniatures there, and of course I will show you. Okay, no, let me check. Okay, let me write to you one of the discounts that you can take advantage in this web page if you want to get whatever you want. So you can get the 15% off adding this discount code that I have tipped in the comments. So don't forget to check the comments in the live streaming to find the discount code for the Mindworks webpage. So I'll start painting in the point that I left the previous time. So for that, I will be applying, as a reminder, I have applied the sub layers and also the shades. Okay, so this is why you are watching the miniature in this stage. Nice. I will be applying right now another level of shading, which is the shading done with the eyebrows. As I said before, you don't need to make this step, but I found that more steps are made and the better results you can achieve. Okay. Yeah, I can color. They have, as I said before, many stuff. You can check the web page calmly because amazing stuff is waiting for you. They have long sizes, long scale miniatures for display between academic bust and okay. If you want to check the previous live streaming, I was painting an academic bust from Jody Meyer, which is the women with the moon mask. And I will be painting the bus in future live streaming in order to finish what I started before. And yeah, the new academic bus line is amazing. It's amazing. So if you are curious to jump into the bigger sizes of miniatures, I think the academic bust is the perfect decision for making this jump. Because remember, it's all about painting miniatures, but it's different to paint a 32 millimeters like that than a bigger scale. For example, like this kind of display miniatures that I'm presenting to you. Also, some in some live streamings. Not today because today will be focused on finish this miniature from my warband, but of course I will bring you this kind of miniatures as well because I love it to paint display miniatures, as you know, and you can take your tips and tricks for painting bigger scales. Okay, so wait a moment, I will be taking some paper. And as I said before, the volumetric shadowing is all about to applying shadows with the eyebrush. Remember, in the previous step, I was applying shades with this product made by Citadel Color. Now it's called Warhammer Color. And okay, I was applying this product, shadowing this all in the recesses. You can check it. All the recesses were in shadowed after this step. But applying the airbrush shadows will benefit in the sensation of the general volumes. Okay, and I will be applying this also with flat acrylic paint, which creates flat shadows, which is very flat matte shadows, which is very interesting in order to contrast with the metallic paints that I have used, for example, in the metallic areas. So first we'll need to choose the correct colors. Okay, I will be using one color for the metals and other color for the creepy skin parts. You know. And okay, I need to choose a color more or less related with these already painted areas. So for the metallic parts, it's obvious that I need a medium dark green, and I will be using, for example, let me check, something like that. This is perfect, but I need a little bit darker. Okay, and for this I will be using, to darken this color, I will be using, for example, a little bit of ink. I love to use ink to darken these colors. Inks are a little bit transparent, and okay, but with a lot of intensity in the pigment and in the color. And take a look. For example, this is the dark brown ink, will create darkening in the green color. So this is perfect for that. Let me shake a little bit the paints in order to mix perfectly the pigments. The noise comes from this machine, which is suited for shaking the paints and don't get the solder harmed. Okay, for one bottle, making this movement is okay, but when I'm painting 8 hours per day, for example, is very comfortable to have the paint shaker in order to not be shaking, for example, 20 pots per session. Always remove very well the paint before painting, because you want the paint with all the components mixed perfectly in order to have the better results on your paint work. Okay, so I will be using a little bit of diluent or thinner, call it as you want, and the paint. Green, and now the brown ink. Something like that. You can check right now this dark green on the cassoulet of the airbrush, and I will be airbrushing this color from the very bottom of the miniature, like this. If you are, for example, if you are the airbrush, you can see this part of the miniature. In this way, I will be painting only in the shadows and in the recesses of these areas, not in the lights. If I put the miniature in this direction, I will be painting every part of the miniature, and I don't want it. And also with this color, I'll try to paint only in the armor areas. But if you paint a little bit outside of these parts, it's okay as well. It doesn't matter. Okay. The changes are subtle. Let me zoom it a little bit, because I love to spread the zoom when I'm airbrushing, because I want to show you the distance and the direction of the airbrush. If I zoom a lot of, you can miss these parts of the process. And remember, always apply the airbrush from below. In this area, I will be applying a lot of shadow because I need to prepare the area for the rim light. I will be using a rim light, I think, over this part of the miniature. The rim light, I mean this kind of effect, which is something that I love to do in my miniatures. You can check the light, which have this form of line, this shaping on the miniatures that is very, very tasty. Okay, so to make it poppy, I'll need to darken all of this area first, and this is why I'm applying here a little bit of darker color. Also, in the base is needed a little bit of shadow, so don't forget it. And because the base is brown, green, something like that, this color is perfect for darkening the base. I don't apply in the color in the front area because I wanted to create some light over there. And as I said before, I'm painting only in the areas of where the metal can be seen. But if you paint outside of that places, it's also okay. Take a look. I will be painting with this color in the skin parts of this area. It's okay. You can change a little bit the color of these areas and it will still be working for the eye. You will achieve more color coherence on your miniatures. I will be applying a little bit of shadow here in the skull. The shadow is placed on the sides of the skull, not in the upper part. And this is how I achieve this sensation of volume. Take a look. Can you see what I mean? So, of course, if you don't have an airbrush, it's not needed to make this step. But I find that this kind of shadowing helps a lot in order to create color variations on your miniatures and, of course, reinforce the volumes. Okay, let's go for the fun part. And this is something expected by my friend Borja. He's watching now. the magenta moment, of course. And the magenta is a color that I love the most and is helpful for being used in the skinny parts, but also in the armor parts. So let's take a look. As I said before, you can use inks for applying this shadowing, and for example this one, and I will be using also of acrylic paint. Okay? Watching the color reference for this assassin is more reddish than magenta, so you can change the color of this step using something more reddish than that. In fact, I will be using this, for example, this corn red is suited for this kind of shadows. It's similar to the magenta, but more reddish. It's a very fancy color. I love it as well, because maybe have a little bit of magenta. Okay, so same process, a little bit of thinner on the cassoulet, and now I will be using a little bit of magenta, acrylic magenta, ink, also a little bit of ink. This provides me color impact, okay, stronger color impact, more pigment in general terms. And I have added a little bit of the corn red to make it reddish. So let's go. Always from below and very soft. In this view, you can see all the shadows. You are not viewing the lights at all. And this is what you need to create these shadows that you are seeing. Something subtle, but I'm creating more natural feeling with that. Of course, these parts are already magenta, so the changes will be not so much noticeable. But for the closer views, I'm making the gradients more softer. Sorry. Also, one of the objectives for this session on Twitch was to improve my English. I'm trying my best with that. So, as I said before, sorry in advance for my English, but I think a little bit I have improved the English, so I'm happy also because of that. I hope that you were improving your painting skills, and at the same time I am improving my English skills. I think in this part is more noticeable the application of this color. And of course, as I said before, in these areas I will be applying more than usual because I want to create a dark area to the rim light. Take a look. Yeah, Alice, this is increasing the vibrancy because in the shadows, the first thinking is all about to use black or something like that to increase the shadows, but it's not needed at all. You are killing your miniatures if you are using black, for example, or very dark browns only. And now I'm painting with the transparency of the inks to increase not only the shadows, but also the vibrancy and the contrast on these areas. Just take a look. I'm keeping the lights while I'm adding more shadows and vibrancy in my colors. Okay, we are ready to go. It's perfect. Subtle changes, but the difference is there. Okay, here I have prepared the area on the base also for the special effect of the rim light, okay? Is needed. Perfect. More contrast achieved. Okay, I will be cleaning the eyebrows very quick. Thank you. Thank you so much, Alice, for your comment. I'm happy that my streaming seems to you educational. So this is the main objective. I was thinking about making something about painting and just painting and showing how I paint, but I prefer to make this kind of educational content because it's the things that I'm usually have been doing since years. So for me, it's very encouraging to make this content for you, and you find this content helpful and useful, especially because this kind of processes, because for example the S-layering painting method is focused on also on people that want to paint the armies, but also on people that have never painted before. And this is all about making things easy and not too much complex. Of course, you can make it so complex as you want, or better say that you can. If you have very powerful skills, painting skills, you can take advantage of that, and you can create very powerful miniatures in no time with this painting method. So I hope that this encourages you to make this kind of things. Let's start adding the final details. So now we will be jumping into the final stage. We have applied the previous steps, and now it's all about refining. What is refining? This is the step that is probably the most well known by you, because it's the things that Games Workshop tell to us to do when painting miniature. I mean, highlighting, edge highlighting, shadow lines to separate elements, and defining the different elements and adding those little touches of light that were needed to pop up the miniature. And of course, painting little details, like for example eyes, the details on the armor, for example, or adding freehand transfer. In this miniature there's no eyes, so this is the the nice part. But also I'll be adding the rim light as well, and of course I will be detailing the skin parts of the cape. I will be drawing some veins and detailing the overall thing. And of course, it's true that in the face there are no eyes, but in the cape there are some eyes. Let me show you again the reminder of the illustration, and take a look. We will be doing this kind of eyes, very creepy, because they are like blind eyes, and we will be doing this. Okay, so as the final step, is not my usual approach, but take a look in this miniature, because it's like everything is fresh and bloody. So the final step could be applying a gloss varnish on the flesh areas. I don't know if I have the time today to apply the gloss varnish, but okay, this will be the final step for sure in this case. Okay, in this creepy and bloody case. Yeah, this is the nice part. Curiously, is the nice part of this project, because these kind of miniatures are rare to be seen in other games. So they are making, let's say, a game for for adult people. I love this approach, I think. So let's do that. About detailing, is, as I said before, something that you have been very related in your painting sessions. Okay, so let's do that. I will be using for this. I will be continuing the things that I were trying the last time. I remember the Squidmar Wight MKI. This particular brass set is very curious, because they are synthetic brushes, and if you have watched the previous live streaming, you can remember that I was very impressed by the quality of these brushes. To be honest, is like a Marta Kolinsky brush, but it's synthetic. So this is very nice, in order to, okay, don't exploit the animals. So this kind of brushes will be more sustainable, and okay, for me this is the best part of these brushes, but also are more suited for be used with aggressive products, like for example enamels, oils, and these kind of brushes that this kind of products that will be killing the natural brushes. Also, the metallic paints that I have been using before are killing the natural brushes. I'm not sure about the reasons, but many people answers that. Even the people from Squidmar, where you can find, not in this set, in this brush set, but in the Marta Kolinsky one, you can find some instructions inside the brushes, okay, and they comment the same here. This is very cool, because also have some nice advices by these two guys, great painters. Don't miss this brand, okay. And they give you some advices to prolong the life of the brushes, which is also, we will talk about the Kolinsky brush set in other live streamings, but I can say to you right now, because I have tried before these brush sets, that these brushes are probably one of the best brushes I have ever tried for painting miniatures. Okay, so the question here is if these synthetic brushes could be as functional like those ones. So this is because I will be trying these brushes today as well. So the other day was impressed. I was using the big brush, this kind of L brush, for applying the the shades and the suppliers. Okay, now I will be detailing, which is the proof of fire, I think, for a brush. So in this brush set you can find very teeny brushes for detailing. I won't choose this one, the XL, which is a very big brush, but this is very helpful for painting very large areas, because this kind of brushes will be suited for painting large armies or something like that. Okay, so I will be using, for example, I'm not sure, but the M size or the S size. These two brushes are very nice in terms of size for detailing. Take a look to the tip. I will be zoom a little bit, and the presentation is perfect. I think the length is a little bit shorter than the Kolinsky ones. Okay, let me show you, for example, in the set of the Kolinsky. Let me show you, for example, the similar to them, the S. Okay, and let me check. Okay, no, I was wrong. It's more or less the same length. Nice, nice. And take a look. If I do that, you can differentiate what is the Martha Kolinsky and the synthetic, attending to the shape of the results. Take a look. If I change the brushes right now, what will we doing? What do you think is the synthetic one? Okay, this is a trick. You can differentiate them by the ferrule, the color of the ferrule. But okay, you thought that the Kolinsky one was the one on the right. You were right. Okay, but take a look to the synthetic ones. So let's try that. Let's try that, because I want to try also the how these kind of brushes will last, and the feeling, the sensation when painting with that. But also it's important. I will be removing the protection of the brush. Is acacia gum, which in the first try you need to wash with water in order to release the true flexibility of the results. Sorry. And the feeling, as I said before, is very natural. Is like a natural brush. So I need to check it. Let's do that. Those two brushes were the ones where I will be trying. I'll start with the M brush, for example. Okay? And I will be detailing the cape, the hood, in the inside areas. Okay? So for the inside areas, I will be, remember the colors that I have used in the base, in the sub layers, were colors, light colors, in order to simulate the lights on these areas. So now I will be using similar colors to them. So this is, for example, a light magenta, which could be very nice to be used as the highlight colors on this area of the hood. So I placed this light magenta on the palette. Maybe I will be, because I love it, this dawn yellow as well. I will be placing this color on the palette. Don't place a lot of colors right now with this so hot weather, because the colors will be drying very quickly. But okay, I will be taking my risks. The only thing that I saw that work against the hot weather is diluting a little bit more the paint than usual. This will keep the paint a little bit fresh. Okay, so I will be using the pink color with a little touch of the dawn yellow. And let's see what happened in order to highlight this hood. I will be applying little highlights on the crest of this element. In this way. And as I said before, probably is something very natural for you to make this kind of highlighting on the elements of the miniatures. Let me zoom it a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Remember, dilute the paint a little bit more than usual to keep it fresh. And maybe you'll need to make a couple of tries or brush strokes on certain areas, because now you will have less opacity, but at least you can paint in summer in this way. You don't need to highlight every part on the miniature, but at least the important parts, like this arrow, which is the main weapon of this assassin, and I think needs to be perfectly detailed. I'm doing little dots, little lines. Something like that. And this part of the process is the final part, okay? The detailing part. There are no more steps on this S-layering method. In this part, you can invest 1 hour for detailing the entire miniature. This means applying a couple of highlights here and there, or maybe you can spend 5 hours or even 10 hours, whatever you want. More time you invest here, better results, but need to keep the balance between velocity and quality. I usually spend on this step around, let's say, 2 hours or something like that in a simple miniature like this. So maybe if it's your general or your boss of the gang, maybe spending 3-4 hours is also something that probably you will want. Nice. Perfect. Remember, little dots, little lines, and it's done. You don't need anything more. Of course, you will need a precise brush And at this point I can say that this brush is precise. Okay. Here I think can be use the same color in this way, and don't forget to paint the back part again, applying these kind of little dots, little lines. Enhancing the results of the shadows applied before. Again, take special attention on the arrow. And because the paint is diluted, I need to apply some in some parts a second highlight in order to remark the results. Okay. Sorry if I go out of the camera. When I'm zooming the image is sometimes a problem because I tend to I'm used to move the miniature to find the comfortable position for painting. So sorry in advance. And of course, you my recommendation is you at home move the miniature as much as you can until you find the comfortable position for painting. Okay. Okay, so I could check these areas in order to highlight a little bit more some parts, but I'm almost finishing. Of course, in these parts, maybe you can increase some highlights. So I will be adding more dark yellow. Is this very light yellow to the previous color. So I creating a lighter color like that. I will be using this to create the last highlights on these areas. Now apply a very tiny dot, not in all the parts, but in some of them, to create more light, more highlights. This is called the specular highlight. Whoa, I'm almost out of the camera, sorry. No, I'm painting with glasses, Alice. I am 46 years old, so my eyes are not the same than when I was a teenager. So I'm painting with glasses, okay? And of course, I have magnifying glasses like this. Let me like this ones, and they are very helpful in order to paint very little details like eyes and something like that. But the problem with these glasses, or at least for me, is that focus so much on one area, and you lose the perspective of the miniature. So I'm using these glasses, of course, using the +2 +2 augmented vision, and this is enough for me. But it depends on each one. If you need more augment, it's okay. The main thing is painting in the way that you are comfortable. So for me, painting with glasses is not a problem. Is also a recommendation if you are not seeing very well some details. But keep in mind one thing: if something is small enough that needs to be painted with the glasses, probably a viewer in the real life won't be seeing these details because the viewers in the real life won't be using the magnifying glasses as well. Okay, so this is all about watching maybe the miniatures on the pictures and making zoom, but this is not the real deal with the miniatures. The miniatures are intended to be watched in real, so don't get crazy with the detailing. But I find very useful these glasses for, as I said before, painting eyes or very teeny details. Of course, I could use the glasses in this area and detail every gut, every part of this area, but this is not my intention, especially for a miniature which is supposed to be used for playing. If I was entering this miniature in a contest or something like that, maybe I will be using these glasses in certain parts to be very precise. It's curious because, as I said before, the eye won't see the detail, the teeniest detail, okay? But if something is wrong, even if your eye is not watching exactly what is happening, the eye is detecting that there is something wrong. So this is very curious because sometimes when something in the miniature is not working, the problem could be seen making the proper picture with the mobile, for example, and making zoom in on your device, and you will see what is happening and why the miniature is not working in this area. And probably you will see that you have painted something out of the place, or you have missed some brush strokes on one part or another, and it's curious because the head, the mind, okay, your brain will detect the problem even if you are not seeing the problem. I'm applying here some last highlights, applying very teeny dots. See the difference between this part and this other that is not touched, but okay, remember, I don't want to touch this part since this will be the part for the rim light. So I don't need to spend any work on them over there. Sorry. Okay. I must to confess that it's very fun to paint this kind of textures and elements. This is my first time painting something so creepy, and okay, it's very organic and can be painted in many ways. I don't want to spend many time here because I want to advance in other parts, but I understand that this is a very important element on the miniature, so I want to invest a little bit of time here in order to jump to other parts. And now I will be painting other important element, which are the eyes, the eyes on the hood. And taking a look to the reference is something greenish, no greenish, bluish, something like that could be a good approach. This is bluish, and yeah, it's perfect, I think. I won't be using this color as it is. I will be mixing, of course, with to ensure that it's fitting in on my color scheme. I will be mixing with the colors that I have on the miniature, and for example, this kind of colors will be like a wild card in every color scheme, because green and magenta are in the middle of the I think the color wheel between the warm and the cool colors. Okay, take a look to the color wheel and you will notice that magenta and green is in the middle area of the cold and warm colors. So this makes these colors very useful to adapt any color to your color scheme, okay? Like I'm doing right now. Take a look. I will be taking the bluish color for the eye, but I will be adding a little bit of the light magenta that I had been using for the cape. Okay? And it's done. This color will be fitting closely to my color scheme thanks to this mixing. Okay? Take a look. Okay? But I want to add a little bit of green in order to make it more desaturated, only a little bit. And I will be using a little bit of white since I'll need to making the color lighter. Yeah, I have a nice color for painting the eyes. Let's do that and see what happened. Let me zoom a little bit. In terms of precision, I think painting these details is very important to not going out of the boundaries of these kind of elements. And as you said before, Alice, is needed maybe the glasses. If you are not seeing very well what is happening in the area, use your glasses to zoom a little bit on the area. Okay, I think the eyes were painted, all the eyes. I think I haven't missed any of them. Let's check the other brass, the S size. It's a little bit thinner than smaller than the other one. Take a look, the difference. Not so smaller, but a little bit. Because I wanted, and I will be using now the glasses. Yeah, Alice, I prefer to think about that I'm a teenager because I'm painting Warhammer at 46. But I'm so lucky that still doing whatever I love. And okay, as you said before, nowadays 40 is the new 30, I think. I will be using the smaller brass. And okay, I'm starting to see a lot of things to correct, but it's not the topic for today. Let me try to make teeny line, but okay, this will be difficult for me with this brass. Okay, I'll need to, this brass, for example, is very teeny, but I think, yeah, this depends on the brass, okay, because all of them are handmade, and probably you will be noticing that this one could have the tip more sharper than the S size, okay? Are you seeing this fact? This could be possible since that, as I said before, the brushes are handmade, and okay, not all the brushes comes in the same shape and situation. But I must to say that this kind of brass sets are very stable. All the brushes seems to be very stable in quality and shape. Nightmare Game. No, Arjuna. I didn't know the company. Why you are asking that? The Nightmare. Okay. No, that doesn't sounds me this company. I'm curious about that. The name is okay. Okay, so I will be using a little bit of the ink color that I have used before for the airbrushing, and I will be diluting the magenta with a little touch of the green color to desaturate a little bit. And I will be applying this wow. Let me correct the black lining around the eyes. Yeah, because when I have used the glasses, take a look. This is what I'm showing right now. Seeing, sorry. Okay. If you want to speed paint, don't use magnifying glasses because you start to see things to correct. I'm seeing that I miss this, for example, this line. Can you check it? I need to draw here a black lining around the eye, and I paint with the light inside the shadows. These kind of things makes the miniatures like they were not well painted, or better said, not well defined. So with a dark color, I'm painting in the boundaries of the eye. Can you check it? Yeah, they are Spanish? Okay. Okay, send me the link, please. I will be retouching the eyes before continuing. Nice. Now, sorry if I was out of the camera, guys. Maybe I need to also correct a little bit here, but I'm closer of my objective right now. Perfect. Can you see the difference right now? It's subtle, but it's more defined right now. One of the thoughts that I will return into normal zooms. This is crazy, but okay. This is the must to say. We are talking about crazy things because this is for playing, and you can check the miniature real size, something like that. Okay, so you are seeing anything of the things that I have been painting in the eyes? No, it's true. But this kind of thinking is more related with display painting. Okay. And let's detail the eyes. One of the things that I have noticed about these synthetic brushes is that the tip is sharp, is very comfortable to paint with, but I must to say that I had to take the Squidmar MKI to fine detail the eyes. I think this is one of the most precise brushes that I have met ever, and the tip is crazy of this brush. With this brush I have been painting eyes very small lately, so I must to say that probably need to check again, but probably the precision of the tip of the Kolinsky sables are great than the are better than the synthetic ones. But this was my first impression. Okay, so need to check it. Okay, so I will be painting the dark part of the eyes right now using a darker color. So for the darker color, I will be using the green color, sorry, the bluish color that I have used before, and a little touch maybe of the green color that I have on the palette, because this color is dark, a little bit dark. So take a look how I darken the bluish color. Okay, my colors is starting to dry almost in seconds because the hot weather is crazy. Okay, let's try it to paint quickly, because as I said before, this is a speed painting method. Okay, let's paint the inside part of the eyes. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's recover the crazy zoom. Sorry if I go outside, okay? It's subtle, but it's something like the reference. Remember, this is my reference. And okay, it's darker, but slightly darker. Maybe I need to go darker a little bit. Let me do that. As I said before, I will be using the, okay, this is the bluish color with green, and let's check it. This is not the color that I have used before, but it's okay, I think. Okay, this was the color. But I think this new mix is similar and makes perfectly sense. Okay, let's do that. Better in this way, I think. Whoa, sorry so much. Okay, you can check this brush for Monster of Valhalla. Thank you for following. Thank you so much. You can check this brush for making details like that. Is a monster. Take a look of the tip. It's crazy. And because the thumb, you are not seeing the real size, but it's very powerful, the precision of the brush. Let's make a quick highlight, mixing the bluish color with more white, as I did before, and a little touch of the magenta color. in a normal eye will be dark, the iris, I think is, no, the pupilla, the pupil is the word. It will be darker, but in these blind eyes, the pupil is some kind of light, something like that. Let me, yeah. Maybe too light, not sure, but I can correct. Okay, very scary. Yeah, I'm hooked by this game as well, Valhalla. Please, if you are curious about that, just take a look in the comments of the video, and I have posted a discount code for. Sorry, I'm painting eyes. Well, I have posted a discount code, bust, academic bust, display figures like that. For example, from Trench Crusade, you can find miniatures like that. And if you want to play, you can find the war bands and the new starter box, the carcass front one. So I will be posting the discount code for you if you like to take advantage of that. Ahim colors, you have picked the box. I'm waiting for the box as well. Okay, guys, so let's apply to the eyes a highlight. The highlight is something called more common known as the white dot on the eyes. So for painting the white dot, I will not using white, straight white, of course, because this is okay, can be used, but I prefer to mix a little bit of, for example, this dawn yellow, which is a very light yellow, with the white color. A little bit, I'm breaking the white. Instead of using pure white, this provides me more color vibrancy and even more contrast. Not using more white ensures you more contrast. Okay? ¿Qué tal, Adán? Madre mía, cuánto tiempo, macho. Qué alegrote. ¿Qué es de tu vida? Yo aquí aprendiendo inglés. Oh, Adam is talking to us that the box is delayed until August or something like that. It's a pity. Okay, so the highlights on the eyes. Something like that. You can use this color also to create some highlights on the, but I think it's too light for the surrounding elements, okay, like the guts. So let's return to normal sum. This is not normal sum. This is the miniature in normal sum with the detailing part of this area. Let's go for the bread and butter of this miniature, which is the hat, but in this part. Okay, I will be using a light color for applying some patches, some texture on these areas. Okay, I like to create some patchy things. I will be using again the light magenta. I will be using a lot in order to prevent from drying out the mix. I will be using as well the dark yellow. It's dried, the one on the palette, so you can check the fast drying time that I had here at home. So it's crazy. I will be mixing these colors together to create a very light salmon tone, and of course I will need some white to create even darker color. I am creating different hues because I'm mixing the colors in different amounts. Even I can use this green that I have used before in the palette to desaturate a little bit these skin tones. Okay, I'm creating no more nor less the skin tones. Okay, so you can use this mix to paint almost humans, but I will be painting in this time this hood. Okay, so I will return into the synthetic brushes, and remember, I'm diluting the paint a little bit more than usual to keep drying out the paint, but it's not working too much today. Maybe today is the hottest day of the summer until this point. And okay, I will be using my normal glasses since I don't need to magnify these areas. As I did before, I'm highlighting the more exposed areas on these elements. I'm using the lightest colors in this part of the hood. Oh, sorry. I'm not sorry if I was out of the camera. Sorry so much. I'm painting, making dots, but also I'm making brush strokes in this way to create lights, of course. I think this is the most time-consuming element on the miniature because it's the main element of attention of this character, but also is the most okay, the biggest element on the miniature, since I think is all around the 80% of the miniature covered by this element. So take your time painting these kind of things because are the important parts of the miniature. Wow, I need to deal with the paint even more. I'm using different colors from my palette. For example, I'm taking this color, which is the lightest one of my mixes, to paint in the upper areas. But when I'm painting the lower areas, I'm changing to the other color next to this, which is darker, slightly darker, okay? And with that color, I'm painting the lower areas on the cape. For example, those ones. This kind of elements with a lot of texture, I love to paint these kind of things. I can spend hours and hours detailing this kind of organic elements, but okay, don't do that if you want to paint your army faster than me. I'll tend to invest more time than needed in the gaming miniatures, but maybe this is the price for being a display painter. Okay, I'll try to speed up a little bit the things. For the belly, for the very lower areas, I can create a darker color to detail some parts, like I'm doing right now. But don't spend too much time in the lower areas because will be the ones who attract less attention. You need to concentrate your work in the more exposed areas where the viewers will be looking at in the first glimpse. And of course, if you are painting the back, you need to invest time painting the back. It's not true that the back of the miniatures doesn't need it to be painted. In fact, when it's about to miniatures for playing, for tabletop, okay, the most of the time you will be seeing the back of your miniature. So it's cool that you have done a very nice work on the back of your miniature. Okay, so let me show you a closer view of this part. I will change to a lighter color because I'm painting right now these areas which are upper. I'm making dots, lines, textures. Just enjoy the textures. And remember to make this kind of texture, you'll need to dilute your paint. The thick paint, I think, is needed almost on the very beginning of the painting process, but after that, you'll need to dilute the paint more and more. Wow, definitely is very fun to paint that. Okay, guys, I need to stop. Okay, this is the results. Oh, sorry, I was out of the camera. Sorry once again. Nice. I'm detailing right now. Let me check the timing. Okay. I will be detailing a little bit on the horns. I will be mixing for the horns, for example, the green color with, I need something dark or more or less dark. I will be using a brown color, for example, this. And mixing with the green color, and of course I need some white or this kind of colors to create this bone hue. Something like that. Another highlight on the horns, and it's done. Yeah, yeah, damn, is the objective. The problem is that I start to enjoy painting disgusting things. I'm afraid. Okay, and horns in the back, don't forget to be painted as well. Another highlight on the horns. This color could be used in the skull, so don't forget to paint the skull. Highlights and a little bit of definition here and there. In the eye socket there are some edges, so don't forget to highlight these edges in order to achieve the definition needed. This is all about defining the shapes of the miniature. One thing that you can do to increase the definition is, okay, with a darker color, not so light, is to define these elements on these shadow areas, like the edge of the nose, the teeth, and of course the jaw. Okay, I can apply some. This is another trick that I usually do. I dilute the same color that I am applying the highlights, for example this one, and with the brush I will be dipping the brush on a little bit of water, something like that, okay? And now on the palette I will be making this. Take a look to this little pot for diluted paint. This is a quick glaze that I'm applying right now to my miniature in order to blur the highlights a little bit more. This way. Wait, sorry. I don't want to hide anything. I forget to change the camera. I'm applying these colors diluted in this way. To soften the transitions a little bit. Something like that. Sorry, because I forget to paint the hood in the main view. I will be painting something quick for that. I will be retaking the light colors that I previously mixed for the hat, for the hood, better said. And okay, let's do something quick. Here I'm making some kind of dotting because this is so helpful to define textures. Let me zoom it a little bit. And here in this side, I'm making something similar. Don't forget that, okay, this is the face, even is there is no face, but it's the same in terms of being the most important part of the miniature. So it's the focal point where all the people will be looking at in the very beginning when meet this guy for the first time. So this is why I'm making here the part, or better say the area with more light color of the miniature. I'm applying more contrast than other parts to catch the attention. Okay, and because of that I will be using here now the lighter color on my palette to apply some highlights. Okay, I'm still painting with the synthetic brush. These areas don't need so much precision, so it's nice to be painted with this brush. I must to say that I'm very comfortable painting with this brush when not too much precision is required. But of course, these brushes have a level of precision very high to be synthetic, as I said before. Some final highlights. Sorry. As we did with the eyes, little dots on these exposed areas, and I'm using also the same color as I have used in the eyes. Why I'm using this color here? Because, as I said before, this is the most important part on the miniature, and I want here as much contrast as I can. So I'm applying here almost this white color. Something like that, and around here also is needed a little bit. Okay. Nice. See the difference and contrast between this area and the rest of the miniature. Now I will be making the trick again of the take a look to my brush is loaded with the paint of the color of the highlights. I'll dip in water a little bit, and now I'm mixing this water a little bit more with the paint that the brush already has in the results. And now I have the brush ready for applying sunglasses. Very slightly touches on the areas where I have applied the highlights, and this is all that I need to blur these highlights. This is maybe an advanced technique. It's not needed to paint the highlights on this S-layering method, but as I said before, if you have this power in your arsenal, take advantage of that. Glazes, I think, is the most powerful skill to be developed as painting, as a miniature painter, okay? So finding the correct dilution point of the paint and apply the paint, moving the brush in the direction needed. All of this takes some time and practice. Don't stop to practice this. If you like, we could speak more deeply about this technique in future live streamings. Because it's true that I haven't explained too much about that, since I always speaking about basic things. But I wanted to show you how you can create with this technique. I'm investing more time in the face because obviously is the most important part of the miniature and is the place that you need to spend more time, of course. But you can notice now the power of spending more time on the face and how the overall feeling on the miniature start to flow. Okay, I'm near to finish the miniature, and this is the point that the results of the today's live streaming is reaching. Sorry, snow blanking. Yeah, no, the bone, the arrow and the bow is made of flesh. This is part of this character. Take a look to the reference. It's very very creepy. It's more like bloody. Okay, maybe the arrow could be some kind of bone coming from inside the character, but at the end it's covered by blood. That this is a final effect that I will be adding, but maybe not today. But adding blood to these miniatures is very easy and fast, So we could cover these things in future in the next Sumachigun. Qué mente más sucia. No sé por qué lo dices. Esto no invita a nada. Pero bueno, sí, cada uno ve lo que quiere. Okay, so this is the if you are wondering what is that, this is the most useful tool on the Painter desktop. So this is for cleaning your brushes with a sponge, a little bit of water, and soap, hair soap, and you can clean your brushes in this way. This is the present from Miguel Matias, and he gave me this years ago. This is still with me, and my brushes last longer, definitely with that. Okay, and take a look how the brush is cleaned. Okay, the problem with the brushes is when the paint start to be in the ferrule, so keep in mind about that. I was talking a lot about brushes, but probably if you are wondering where to find this kind of brushes, go to check definitely the Squidmar webpage, where you can find these brush sets and almost also miniatures, eyebrushes, and okay, don't forget to check the new TV series that they are launching today. I think that episode 3 is already launched, and I must to say that I'm really hooked by this TV show. So you can visit the webpage of Squidmar Miniatures and find the links for all the products and also the Miniature Masters TV series. You can find also on YouTube for free. And I must to say that is very beautiful idea and very well done. So congrats guys for this great TV show that the hobby and the miniature world needed for so long ago. So congrats from the bottom of my heart, because I am enjoying a lot the TV series. So I hope that all of you are enjoying also the Miniature Masters TV show, and also the live streaming, which I must to remember that is the last live streaming of this season for me. I'll go to holidays after this, so I hope that you also enjoy your holidays in these following weeks, and we can share the energy for the new season on September. There are a lot of contests, shows, and things to do just right now on September. I hope to see you on Freak Wars here in Madrid. This is the first event that I will be attending, and also I will be at Essen in the Golden Demon, and of course in the SMC and Monte San Sabino. So I hope that the final part of the year will be so full of hobby and meeting again with great friends that I miss a lot along the past years. So to finish, not to finish, because a lot of things needs not a lot, okay, but I want to make the final rim light on the miniature for you. And okay, I could expand a little bit the live streaming of today, this special live streaming, and okay, after that probably I'll continue the miniature until I have finished maybe 1 hour or something. Not more than 1 hour is needed to finish the whole miniature, and probably for some of you the results right now is good enough for playing. So this is up to you. And as I said before, the S-layering painting method is all about that the things that you want to create until the steps that you are satisfied with, and this is the point that you need to stop. And okay, this is all about enjoying the hobby. Ah, genial, genial, Adam. Yo también estoy intentando descubrir cómo funciona Twitch. Llevo poquito, pero bueno, la verdad es que la curva de introducción es curiosa, vamos. Pero puedes mantenerte en un modo muy simple. Yo es lo que hago. Okay, so guys, first of all, I will be I have catch the my beloved white ink, but this is not the first thing that I wanted to do. First of all, I want to prepare the area for applying the ring light. I will be using the airbrush again because it's faster, okay? And with a reddish color, this one, the corn red, I will be painting a pre-color on the area related with the color of the ring light. As a reminder, I'll need to create this on the miniature. Okay, this is the trademark of my warband. So this is something like Heli's ring light, and I want to create the same on the miniatures of my warband in order to add color. Why not? This is green dark, but I don't like the dark. I like the color. But combine it with the darkness, okay? So I think the could be possible in this range of miniatures. And this is the way that I could add more color, and also I can distinguish my warband in the battlefield from the others in the distance. I'm adding the color in the places that I want to add the ring light. Okay. See how easy is placed this pre-color with the airbrush. And don't forget to paint also the base, because at the end is something that could be very, very interesting in terms of ambience on your miniature. Enough. Okay, so let me clean the airbrush very quickly. Okay. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm not sure about what are the bits. This is why I told to you that I'm pretty new on Twitch. So I need to invest what is the bits made for. But thank you anyways, mate. Was a great surprise to meet you again after all of this time. And I hope that you still be painting. You haven't abandoned the hobby at all, and you have the chance to paint sometimes. Okay, so I have cleaned the airbrush because I will need later if I want to create the ring light quickly. So the airbrush is needed? No, but it's the way that you can make things way quick. Okay, so I will be using right now, for example, white color like this. This is my preferred white color because it's very luminous, it's very opaque, and I can dilute in the amount that I need. since this is very thick, but I can dilute to be very liquid, and the properties are pretty the same. But the main characteristic is very luminous. I love this color. Take into account that for the same reasons of the hot weather that I was talking for the whole live streaming, I'm about to die right now. I need to dilute even more this color, okay? So I will be sketching the direction where I want to have the rim light. Something like that. And I will be doing the rim light only in the lower parts of the miniature. Of this side of the miniature, of course. In the places where the miniature is looking towards the floor, okay? Something like that. Here we'll have a little bit of this rim light falling onto the hood. And yeah, you're right, I'm sketching like a line. Something like that. Here I will be sketching the texture of the stone. Thank you so much, Dacido Rural. Thank you so much for following us. Don't forget to check the YouTube channel of Hobby Metal, because you can see the live streaming here in Twitch, but also you can check the YouTube channel in order to watch the previous live streamings and more interesting stuff. Also, don't forget to spread the word and tell to your friends about these kind of channels. I will be more than grateful for that. Thank you for your support in advance. I have started this adventure no so long time ago, but I'm pretty happy about these painting sessions with you, and of course we'll be continuing these painting sessions on September after the holidays. Once all of us can recharge the energy. Okay, so I will be sketching a little bit of the ring light on the leg, like this. Okay, so the objective is, when I see the miniature in this view, I can check the rim light in this view. So you notice I'm not seeing the rim light right now, or a little bit, only a little bit. I need more line bringing to the front view. So this is why I'm making this line thicker. Let me make it in this way. Let me check. The camera is very good for this, because you can check exactly where the rim light is placed. you don't have the camera, just take a picture with your mobile or squint an eye. I'm bringing towards me more and more the rim light in order to find the correct position for that. And here I will stop in, because in these parts the faces of the armor are, let's say, looking towards the floor, the ceiling, so it's not supposed to be the rim light. Okay, thank you, Paul. Hello, paladines. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal, chicos? ¿Cómo fue el streaming? ¿Qué tal? Hello, Paloji. How is going? Cuánta gente conocida, Dios mío. Justo antes de irme de vacaciones. Espero que estéis vosotros también un poco con las mismas y dentro de poquito descansando. ¿Cómo vais? ¿Qué tal ha ido el streaming en Paladines? Muchas gracias, chicos, por la raíz. Okay, so here we have the sketching lines for the rim light, okay? And now I'm checking if everything fits natural, okay? Maybe I will be, yeah, makes sense. Applying some rim light in this part. I will be mixing not only white, sorry, for this area. Instead of that, I will be mixing a darker tone for reducing the value of the white sketch. Something like that, okay? It's pink, but it's okay. Less value is enough. ¡Ole! Perfecto, Jaime. No sé tu nombre, tío. Lo mismo ya me lo has dicho y se me ha olvidado. ¿Qué tal, Jaime? ¿Qué tal? No te había visto el comentario. Antonio. Ok, Antonio, pues nada. Lo mismo te deseo. Unas muy buenas vacaciones, tío. Y nada, a descansar y a coger buena cañita para los concursos de después del verano. Thank you, Daddy Red, for following us. Thank you so much, mate. Ok. Qué bien, estas despedidas de verano, jo, la verdad es que al final, pues, hombre, son necesarias, vienen muy bien estos descansos, pero al final te da penilla el decir a la gente, bueno, pues ya no nos vemos hasta, ni se sabe, pero bueno, es verdad que mola porque es también con la esperanza de reencontrarte prontito, así que bueno, pues genial, genial, tengo muchas ganas de veros ya por ahí en los concursitos y de echar unos buenos ratos. Okay, this is a slight detail that I want to create here, making less white this area, because I don't want to create a very reddish rim light on this part of the, I don't know the word of this weapon. Meva TV. Thank you so much for following. Okay. Ok, ahí estoy corrigiendo un poquitín, pero nada, es importante que tengáis el rim light bien emplazado antes de meterle el color, ¿vale? Por eso es un sketch, porque todavía estamos a tiempo de corregir aquí. Después de esto, ya no. Okay, guys, so after the sketching of the rim light, I'm happy with the results. So maybe no, it's okay. This is the main view. The main view is exactly this. And I'm thinking about to, okay. Always I get pretty cautious about the rim light in these areas, and okay, I will be making this very more white in this sense. Because I really want to see the rim light in the main view, okay? Don't be shy with these kind of effects. Okay, I'm expanding the effect, the area, a little bit. So now I'm pretty sure that if I take this view, I can see this light, and this light, and so on, okay? And the same over here. Nice. So what we need right now? Obviously, to apply some color. For coloring the red is, okay, the ring light that I wanted to create is red. So it's very, this is something that we could talk about in many, for many hours, but we can talk about the strong, the pigments, okay, and the powerful of the pigments depending on the brand, you know. And but the reality is, talking about reds, no, all the reds are not so strong to obtain this kind of results, okay, that you are taking the opportunity to watch right now. Okay, so this is not a red obtained in the traditional way with acrylic paints of any brand. So the base is acrylic paint, but we need to stronger the effect with some inks like that. These are the reflex rose and the reflex orange from Amsterdam. And okay, I'm mixing these two inks because Amsterdam is not manufacturing the Redis ink. So I don't know if it's something related with pigments or something like that. Probably is the answer. But okay, the color theory work for us, and the color theory tell to us that mixing this orange and this magenta, we can create a very strong red. Okay, and of course, if you want to create a strong red, use these two colors, mix it together, but keep in mind that this could be very crazy, very flashy for real purposes, or you know. So I prefer to mix a little bit with, for example, this kind of colors, acrylic colors, to flatten a little bit the neon effect. Okay, and this is something about preferences, but I encourage you that try both things. So let's try it. I'm using a little bit of diluent, thinner, let's call it as you want. And now I will be charging in the eyebrows the reflex rose, reflex orange, and you can check that the magic of the color theory is working for us creating this kind of red color. Okay, I'm using more rose, more orange, 50-50. You can vary to obtain different, slightly different results. And I'm using right now a little touch of this red acrylic color to kill the neon appearance of this, because I wanted to create a strong color but not a a puff color. Okay, so I'm adding this acrylic to the mix, and I'm obtaining the benefits of all the paint mixes in the airbrush. So let's start airbrushing and see what happens. And go in thin layers in order to create the results. I will be checking the strong power of these colors. Okay, it's not bad. It's matching the ones already painted, so it's okay. The bad part about these neon inks is that obstruct a little bit the airbrush, so you can clean the nozzle, or better say the needle, a little bit in this way. It's not recommended. You need to be careful in order to continue with the airbrushing. I need only a little bit more of the airbrushing part. And in this step is one of the ones where the airbrush is more needed, I think, because you can tint this with the brush, but the blurry effect of the airbrush is very particular, I think. You can achieve these results hardly with only the brush. And remember, it's better to apply several layers rather than only one and thick layer. In this way, I can build the effect little by little and taking my decisions on the go. These parts are painted directly with the airbrush. I don't need to mask because I'm painting with a very precise airbrush. This is the Iwata HPV8. I have this airbrush for, I think, maybe 15 years right now, and okay, this is one of the best airbrush that you can have for painting miniatures because it's very precise. I need to clean a little bit the needle. Only I need a little more of you, man. Stay strong. Okay, this is maybe the bad part about the airbrush, that you need to clean it. But this is the price that I like to pay in order to obtain these results. Take a look, guys. I'm adding some ready shadows here and there on the miniature in order to increase the volumes. I'm increasing the contrast and enhancing the volumes of the miniature. And this is all that you need to do to achieve these rim light results. I love to add this effect to my miniatures. Okay, guys, so I think right now the miniature is not finished because I will be adding some details here and there, but is okay. The work done on the miniature, and of course I need to paint the base. This is mandatory. But I think that I have a work on the miniature for 2 sessions here with you, around 4 hours. And okay, this is the results that you can achieve working on a miniature for 4 hours. So this is what I want to bring to you here in these live streamings. And I hope that you enjoy it. Of course, remember that. Thank you, Alice. Okay, Alice, you did very well, because the first step to be confident with the airbrush is to use that. And in order to use that, you need one. So you made very well, taking the airbrush, and in the SNC we could take advantage of the special characteristic and properties of this tool, because we will be using that to achieve this kind of a special finish. Because think about that, I have achieved this smooth, very smooth and even coverage with the brush. This is with the airbrush, sorry. With the brush is hard to achieve this level of smoothness, okay? And okay, you can do it applying some layering, you know, and but the time spent with the brush is too much compared where the time I have spent painting the rim light right now with the airbrush, for example. Okay, so keep in mind that I said always the same. The airbrush could be scaring at the very beginning, but when you pass this step and you are a friend with the airbrush, the things on the hobby could be very, very nice, because the airbrush is a time saver, and which means that you can obtain these results in no time, and if you have more time to paint more miniatures, you will be more happy. So it's a win for several reasons, I think. So no worries, I'm very happy that you take the decision of taking the airbrush, your first airbrush, and this is the first thing that needs to be done in order to improve in your painting skills. Because don't forget that the airbrush is a tool, it's a medium to obtain certain results. It's not a magic weapon or something like that. And miniatures are not painting only with the IRAs with magic tricks. This is not the reality, okay? But you need to take control of the IRAs as well as the brass and as well as knowing the paints, and everything together is the path that you need to cross to learn to paint. And this path could be endless. This is the very nice news about hobby. The hobby is endless, and if you are enjoying the path, you will have a endless happiness for you, okay? So this is why I'm here to share with you this knowledge, these tips and tricks. Avoid frustration in the hobby, because definitely this is the things that we don't want to be present in the life and even in our hobby. So I hope you have enjoyed the streamings on this season, and see you on the next one. I don't know if you want to ask me something. Good night, Moon. Thank you for following. Very good. Thank you for following. Daddy Red. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Daddy Red. I hope that you enjoy. Welcome, Alice. Welcome. I'm happy to hear you. Chao, chao, Borja. Te veo mañana. Eso es. Os voy a dejar una raíz a ver quién hay pintando, para que los que quieran seguir con la tarde de pintura tengan ese ratito de no parar, que ahora mejor estar en casa que no casi en la calle. Así que todavía se puede aprovechar para ver algún streaming más. Un abrazo de Jaime. Abrazos y besos para la gente de los paladines de Terra. Paloji, un abrazote, tío. Buenas vacas. Eso es. Hay que descansar, sí, señor. Okay, so I will be looking for a ride for you, and in order to continue with the painting evening. Okay, I saw some rusty modules for Necromunda. Maybe this is something catch my eye for sure, and let me look for more things. Okay, Mumakils. Okay, very interesting things to share. Not sure what do you want to see in concrete, but specifically. But okay, let's see some eyebrows. Okay, here is Bruce from Hire. This is a very nice guy, and he's painting a Mumakil from the Lord of the Rings, and he's using an eyebrow. So I hope that you can find it interesting. Okay, guys, see you.